Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Thanks for joining me, Briggs and Hunter here on Northern Life. So earlier today, a future story coming to Northern Life. Hunter and I went over to Farmer Doug's near Proctor, Minnesota. Well known for Christmas trees, well known for pumpkins, but they also make their own syrup over there.
Yes!
So Hunter and I were able to try the old Farmer Doug's maple syrup, but Briggs had an appointment this morning with Little Wells, so now you get to try some syrup for yourself. And I gotta say, it is, it's got one of those tabs on it.
I gotta take it off.
We
Keep
got
it fresh.
We got it from the real source earlier this morning. So.
Oh, I'm so excited because I was really jealous I couldn't go on this shoot with you guys because I've always wanted to know how to maple syrup tap. I think that's
We got to tap the trees too ourselves. There you go. Give you a real big spoonful.
Oh, it smells good.
What's it smell like?
No, it doesn't smell like anything. But I bet it's gonna taste
It
great.
probably smells like maple syrup.
Yeah. Really good?
Isn't that good?
That's good syrup.
Oh my gosh. I
That
know.
is really good
Probably
syrup.
pour some in your coffee here
I
too
know.
later.
Well, actually, I was just wondering if that would be good.
I think
It
it
would
would
be
be
really good.
fantastic.
That's what Buddy the Elf did, didn't
Yeah.
he? He put some on his,
He put it on his spaghetti.
And on his spaghetti too. Yeah, you're right.
And the coffee.
And the coffee.
This would taste good in anything.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
so good.
it's so good.
Yeah.
I got back, I forced Tony Nargi to stick out his finger, and I put some on his finger, and he tried it. And he agrees as well. It's very good.
I was kind enough to give you the spoon.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you for that. Thank you. That would have been weird.
It's going to be a great story coming up, I think, in a couple weeks here on Northern Life. But hey, if syrup is not your thing, hopefully you like ketchup. Heinz shaking up the status quo with the launch of their new Heinz Chip Dip, which is essentially just ketchup, a limited time offering. It's designed for offering potato chips to be dipped in ketchup, thanks to, as you can tell, a wider mouth on the top of that the bottle there.
Okay.
And die-hard ketchup fans and curious foodies can get their hands on it while supplies last over at HeinzChipDip.com.
Okay. So who puts chips in ketchup?
But it's interesting
I've
to
heard
think,
this before.
It's interesting to think though, because potato chips are potatoes.
It is.
We use potatoes for French fries, and so why not have potato chips with ketchup?
I know of a
Never
couple
thought
people
about
that do the ripples in the ketchup, and they say it tastes amazing. I don't understand. Why ruin a good thing with just the ripples? They taste fine on their own.
Ketchup chips are great.
That's also
you
true.
do eat them.
Yeah.
Ketchup chips?
Oh, ketchup chips, like
You
you
dip
know.
your chips in ketchup?
No, like the seasoning, the ketchup chip seasoning.
I see.
Those in ketchup might be pretty good.
Oh, that's interesting. See, I just don't eat ketchup to begin with. I've never been a ketchup person.
Yeah.
Because one time I was having chili, and I think my brother put some ketchup in the chili as like a little sneak attack. And I took a bite, and all I got was ketchup, and I was like,
Oh,
"Boo!" Yeah,
no.
it was not good. So ever since, I've not liked ketchup.
One thing I really don't care for is when when you have ketchup on a plate and then it just stays there for like a couple hours, and then you have to clean it later, and you go, oh, the certain smell of that I do not like.
Smell and the hardness, it like turns hard a little bit.
Yeah,
A little bit of crust on top.
Watching the water like try to rinse it away from the plate. Oh,
Yeah,
not
it
a
makes
fan.
you wonder what it's made of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, coming up on today's show, 2 stories that are going to warm your heart today. First, we'll introduce you to a toddler from Colorado who conquered his fear of the dark in order to help rescue his great-grandmother. What an incredible story. I know, I'm excited to see that.
It's gonna be sweet. And later we meet a pair of skating sweethearts. The Portland couple has been gliding together for nearly 60 years. They're still limber. They're moving on around pretty darn well. So.
I gotta say, that did not look like us at the Bayfront.
Oh no!
Or playing with the Denfeld boys hockey team.
Where's the PCP pipe thing in front of them? What
need
the
the
heck?
helper.
Yeah, exactly. But until then, let's get to an incredible find below the surface of Lake Superior. Recently, the Great Lakes Shipwreck Historical Society discovered the wreckage of the Western Reserve, a ship that sank 132 years ago in Lake Superior. The tragic event in 1892 killed 27 people on board and left only 1 survivor. According to the Wisconsin Marine Historical Society, the Titanic used the same type of steel as the Western Reserve, and that may have played a role in speeding up the luxury liner's sinking. Very incredible that we're still finding shipwrecks in the waters of Lake Superior.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, compared to the ocean, Lake Superior really isn't that big. It's kind of cool that we're still able to find these new things and see things in a different way. Very cool.
So true. I think I read that ship was on its way to 2 harbors.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, which is really interesting. And I think it was a storm maybe that kind of led to its demise, but the ship is now broken in 2 down there. Yeah, and like the
Just like the
bow is on
Titanic.
top of the stern. Yeah. Yikes.
Oh.
Scary stuff.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, well, hey, take a look at what a Pennsylvania man tried to get past security at Newark's airport. Agents were alerted when he set off an alarm while passing through a Transportation Security Administration body scanner. I don't know what kind of body scanner scans for turtles, but the alarms went off, and a pat-down revealed he had wrapped a turtle in a blue towel and then stuffed it down the front of his pants.
What the heck?
It's strange, yes. He was escorted away by police and his turtle was confiscated. Police said they ended up contacting Fish and Wildlife officials. I hope that wasn't like the man's pet, that he was just trying to, like take on a trip
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
true.
I don't know.
Apparently,
Sad.
TSA has said that. I heard it on the CBS morning show. They were
Yeah.
talking about how the turtle, if you just tell TSA you have a turtle, they're more welcoming of it.
Oh.
So the fact that he tried to hide it, it just made things so much worse.
Yeah, don't hide the pets while you're going through, especially in your pants.
Yeah.
Look at the better location than that.
I'm sure.
Just ultimately fishy right there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
turtley. Yeah,
Turtley.
I'm sure you had to go through that TSA machine where you had to put your hands up, and they're like, okay, we have to figure what's going on.
Yeah.
Hey, staying on the topic of hiding something, a new survey finds that over half of Americans have lied to their dentist about their dental hygiene, and they also feel guilty about it. That poll from Aspen Dental shared 53% confess they don't regularly floss, and 68% said they brush their teeth for less than 2 minutes during a standard brushing session. And interestingly enough, millennials and Gen X felt the least guilty about lying through their teeth compared to older Americans.
I guess I won't be able to lie to my dentist about just eating a spoonful of sugar or syrup right now.
Eroding away your teeth.
Yeah.
As a kid, it was harder. It was like, I promise I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lie to you at all.
Look at all the plaque on your teeth there, Mr. Ryan Half. And I lied about all that, especially back with like the retainer thing when you had to put your retainers in.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't wearing those as much as I should have, for sure.
Yeah. Wear your
It's so
retainers,
hard,
kids. Coming up, 6 decades of love on the ice. We'll be back on Northern Life.
Welcome back, everybody. For decades now, a charming duo with the smooth moves has been taken to the ice.
A few skating legends have been gliding through life together for nearly 60 years now. Bonnie Silkman shares their story.
Videos on social media of an adorable couple gliding on ice in perfect harmony are leaving hearts melting, with hundreds of heartfelt comments like, "Okay, fine, I believe in love again," and "They're precious and must be protected at all costs."
So who are these senior skaters with the flawless footwork? Well, we found them. Here at the Lloyd Center in Portland, the crew knows them well. It turns out they are former competitive skaters who first stepped on the ice together in 1967, right when their love story first started.
We had a sense of oneness on the ice, that two move as one, and as time went along, that's when we got married.
We're calling their love story When Jerry Met Tally. And their beginning starts as teenagers on the ice in some seriously stylish matching outfits.
We skated, and I had never felt such smoothness, such harmony. It was just so beautiful.
Now, 58 years later, with their matching ensembles still intact, of course, Jerry is turning 75 years old, while Tally is nearly 80.
We put on a lot of miles here.
And they're still skating through life side by side on and off the very same rink. In fact, to this day, they lace up and skate here every week, back where it all began.
Tally was already a tremendous skater. She was already a national level competitor, and I was just a pick from the sticks.
Tally, what was your first impression of Jerry?
I thought he was really nice and enjoyed being with him.
The Leonards say they met by chance when a professional skater suggested they compete together based on their similar styles.
She told me that there's a girl in Portland that sure skates like you. I think she saw the same style and passion for skating and said, you need to get together. You just had to have a body chemistry that you looked like you belonged together. There was no push, pull, tug. It was just two moving as one.
gliding in perfect unison, they went on to make several appearances at the U.S. National Figure Skating Championships, all before tying the knot and opening their own dental practice together.
Tally, what is your favorite thing about your Valentine?
Oh, he's wonderful. He's so kind to me and helps me in every way. And I love him with all my heart.
You too, Mommy.
And now it warms their hearts, knowing that people passing by the ice are feeling the love too.
People come up and share with us how they're enjoying it. We really thank them for their message that they give us. We just love being together. You know, when we're walking, we hold hands. Whatever we do, we get to do it together.
Oh, okay.
So sweet. Look, I can't believe how well they can move at 75, 80 years old.
Yeah.
My gosh,
Oh.
they're so limber. Very sweet
Yeah,
story.
it was really cool seeing the throwback pictures of them too, and all the really cool skating outfits. I'm gonna have to order some of those for myself and my husband Matt.
Stylish.
Yeah, right?
Give it a
And the
try.
importance of finding your person and an ice skating partner and your life partner, it looks
Yeah.
like. So.
Do you think the other skaters at the mall, whenever they see them, they're like, oh, here they come hogging the ice again. Yeah, they got a
Showing
great
us
story.
all
But
up,
yeah, now they
If we're showing up to skate, I'd be like, I'll let you guys have it.
I'm gonna go home.
Oh, sit down.
You
Get an
take-
Annie's pretzel or something.
You take it away. I'm going to go to the Jamba Juice. Hey, from the ice to the gridiron, flag football is getting a big boost here in Minnesota, with the Minnesota Vikings announcing the launch of a collegiate women's flag football league.
That's right. Heidi Wigdahl reports.
To kick things off, the Vikings are partnering with 6 NCAA schools in and near Minnesota: Augustana University, Concordia College, Gustavus Adolphus College, Bethel University, the University of Northwestern St. Paul, and the University of Wisconsin Stout. Between the Vikings and the NFL, they're giving $140,000 towards supporting the league. Teams will compete this April in 2 jamborees, followed by a championship tournament at TCO Stadium. This launch builds off the Vikings' work the past few years, investing in youth flag football for girls.
Participation has more than doubled over the past 2 years. So more than 440,000 girls ages 6 to 17 participated in 2024, which is really, really incredible. Our goal with this program is really to finalize that piece of the puzzle.
Oh, how cool is that?
That's very sweet. I didn't know that they had flag football leagues, so that's pretty darn cool. The Vikings getting involved and making this thing happen.
Yeah, I was just bummed to not see my alma mater, St. Thomas, on there. A bunch of other Twin Cities area schools. I would have loved that. That would have been fun.
Yeah, UMD getting a flag football team too. UW Superior. I think I have to think about it. Maybe Aaron Rodgers coming to the Vikings. We could talk about that too.
Oh boy, here we go.
I don't know.
That's
We'll put that one on ice.
for now, anyway.
For now.
Might become a reality. We'll see.
Still ahead, a brave toddler faces his fears in order to save his great-grandma. We're back on Northern Light. Colorado toddler was tested against his fear of the dark, but he was brave enough to help his great-grandma who experienced a serious fall.
Yeah, Janelle Finch introduces us to this little hero.
3-year-olds
Come here, buddy.
don't always follow directions.
But do what I tell you. Come here.
3-year-olds will sometimes do what they shouldn't.
Bridger, don't put him in the grass.
But when 3-year-old Bridger Peabody needed to listen most, he did.
If Bridger wasn't there,
I don't know what I would have done.
Sharon Lewis is Bridger's great-grandma.
Gigi!
His Gigi.
Grandma! Bridger, come over here, honey.
One night in February, Bridger's sister needed to get treatment at Children's Hospital. So while his family stayed with his sister, Gigi offered to take Bridger home.
And we went up to the backyard, dark backyard, and then we got up to the door where I was going to get the keys out.
She had her walker, and she fell.
And when I fell, I hit the corner of the cement step.
She bumped her head, and then it popped open.
Sharon says she couldn't get up or call for help. Her phone was still in the car.
And I said, you know what? You're going to have to go out to the car and get my phone.
I was scared outside in the really dark.
But Bridger did brave the really dark.
and he yells, "I got it, Gigi."
Sharon was able to call other family to get her an ambulance.
But she's all better.
Bridger wouldn't call himself a big kid.
I know. But when I grow up like a big kid, I can help Gigi.
You see him?
When it comes to 3-year-olds,
You're Gigi's hero.
Bridger is in a league of his own.
He's just a blessing.
Round of applause for Bridger. That
Jason
was so
Spears.
good. And his little self-talk when he was out there. You can do it, or don't be afraid.
That's me taking the trash out at night at my apartment complex. I'm like, you got this, Ryan.
Also, to all the 4-year-olds out there, that's the reason you call 911. Not for ice cream or donuts. That's the reason right there.
Bridger's gotten it figured out.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Real emergencies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Glad
good
he
on
was
him.
able to brave his
Yeah,
fear.
that was too cute. Well, hey, for our NBC viewers out there, apparently, Wheel of Fortune, Vanna White has a lot of time on her hands, allegedly. The legendary letter turner on the Wheel of Fortune recently admitted she only works roughly 34 days out of the year. And that's because, I did not know this, the game show typically shoots 6 episodes a day. She ended up joking, it's tough to make half a dozen wardrobe changes each time she's on set.
Oh, let me get my smallest little violin out for you. Vanna.
Yeah!
Must be so hard to change your clothes. I'm sorry.
I can't even imagine doing, what did they say, 6 to 8 episodes a day? 6 to 8 episodes a day of Northern Life? That'd be a lot.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And we would have to bring different shirts.
Yes.
So I sympathize with Vanna. I do.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But 34 days, come on.
Yeah.
That's 1 month of work and then 11 months of play. That's pretty cool.
Wheel of Fortune, though, great show.
Yep. Oh, fantastic.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You got the bankruptcy and the other spaces and the money and the
Right.
winning the
Have you ever watched Wheel of Fortune?
It's been a long time since I went to Wheel of Fortune.
I always get I feel like in the moment, you'd be very good at it, because you're watching at
Yeah.
home, But when you actually get on the stage, I bet it is incredibly difficult to solve those puzzles. It seems so obvious sometimes,
Especially when you make it to the final one, too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Right.
pressure on that.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Yep. Well, hey, coming up, we'll have some final bits of fun to share after the break. We'll see you in a bit. Hey, when we see you again tomorrow, we never got to it last Friday due to me being sick, but we'll be back with more of our amazing and intriguing Facebook Marketplace finds.
Oh, no. What?
From Wheel of Fortune to Dora the Explorer, you could have a full-size Dora the Explorer costume that's up for sale, or you could have a huge jug themed after Pepto-Bismol.
It said Pepto-Bismol? Is that what it said on the actual container?
I don't know.
It did. No, it did. It said Pepto-Bismol.
Never mind.
Just off-brand. So.
Yeah.
It's worth more since it has more unique lettering.
Yeah, that makes sense. What the heck?
You always find the best stuff for this.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of interesting finds.
Well, before we go today, when it comes to the Iditarod, some dogs who go to compete in that event don't end up making it on the team, or some get hurt. So when that happens, there's a team of people to care for them while they wait to go home. That's so sweet. You can think of this like a gate at the airport, and those dogs are standby passengers awaiting a flight back to Anchorage. They're taken care of as they wait for the right weather conditions and flight availability, too. They must feel so bad not making the team. That makes me feel kind of sad.
I know.
They
Maybe
get some good care.
They got to find an agent and say, can I get an upgrade to first class?
Yes.
Do you have any availability?
This is ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us today. We love you.
Yeah, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Thursday.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.